bit more of a heavier driving aspect to some of the things we've been writing now, which I'm pretty pumped about. As far as, you know, other influences as a drummer, though, guys I try and emulate, like Stanton Moore would be one. Really playing between the cracks, you know, having that a really strong feel to what you're doing, and like, you know, clinicians like Thomas Lang, guys like that who are just so on technique and groove. And I can even pull this. One of the guys I think about more often when we're jamming is Rich Redmond, actually, who actually is Jason Aldean's drummer. He's a live country touring drummer.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and I saw him once in Indianapolis, and he talked about how he's got like 5 beats that he does for everything. There's just like 5 of them. Everyone loves them, and it's just because money beats is what he calls them. And so it's that idea that it can be simple and it can have a memorable quality to it, but it can still be played with such intensity and passion that it can really sound like it's a lot harder than it is, or it hits a little bit harder than it might on a piece of paper.
Right on. So we're going to take a quick little break here. We're going to listen to one of the songs off the EP, Songs from the Den. And we're going to start with War With You. Dig this, with a fox.
I can spell it out like a coffin text. When this body breaks, oh, you snap my neck. I'm always here to chase you. Don't chase yourself from me. I'm a pendulum, obsessing over time. You're the music, love, that everyone admires. I'm always here to chase you. Don't chase yourself from me. I am here in the middle of my self-inflicted love list. I can hear you call my name, but to me it sounds like judgment. I'm always here to chase you. Don't chase yourself from me. And we roll when we break. We won't let it go. If nothing matters, and nothing matters, and there you go. I am here again, but to tribulate. I should run away, but I love the chase. I'm always here to chase you. Don't chase yourself. I am here in the middle of my self-inflicted love list. I can hear you call my name, but to me it sounds like judgment. I'm always here to chase you. Don't chase yourself from me. And I don't think I'm lost the same way that you felt. But I already know we all live underground. And we roll when we break. We won't let it go. If nothing matters, and nothing matters, and there you go. And we roll when we break. We won't let it go. If nothing matters, and nothing matters, and there you go. You're right and I'm wrong, marching into Babylon. Broken body headstrong, let's go on and come along. 'Cause I'd still go to war with you. I'm weak and you're strong, singing out my victory song. While the battle rages on, I've been chasing you too long. I'll stay in this war with you. And we roll when we break. We won't let it go. If nothing matters, and nothing matters, and there you go.
Just force of habit. Right on. That was War With You with a fox. I'll tweet that link in a second just because I'm a little lost since my phone is doing all the recording. I can do that stuff on my laptop. But That one is very catchy, very melodic, and just the vocals in general was just really I'm trying to think the best way to put it. It just really really catchy, and I love the harmonies. So that one in particular, what was the story behind that one?
Well, yeah.
Well, you're the boss.
Justin wrote that. I mean, I remember Mike had that riff, that don't, and we called that the clock song.
Okay.
For the longest time because it sounded like to me like it was like a clock.
Okay.
I'm sure it wasn't 60 beats per minute. And then Justin started sort of laying down the vocals. A lot of the vocals I didn't really get a feel for until we actually were in the studio. And then we just started hearing what Justin was kind of working on, the way he kind of arranges his vocals. He has a great mind for it. That's all I can say. He's especially on another song, Fight or Flight, how he arranges his vocals for that song. He was very thoughtful about it, in sort of a Beach Boys type of way. He can sort of do these counter melodies and harmonies on top of one another.
It makes things live real hard.
Well, yes,
sure.
that's right.
Yeah, singing background vocals now, I'm like, oh, what are you doing?
Yes, Ryan not only is our second guitarist, but he's our backup vocalist, the only one at the moment. So, but yeah, he Justin's just is a great ear for it, great ear for arranging vocals.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, I know it. Just mentioning the Beach Boys, I have to chime in there just because Mike Love from Beach Boys is a genius, like hands down. So just the fact that you mentioned that, I mean, this is really really cool, and I can really enjoy that because it's. I know for some people it's a guilty pleasure, and I was even saying that because years ago my father was talking about that. He goes, "Well, it's the CBC, blah blah." He goes, "I got a guilty pleasure. What's that?" And he bought Animal Sounds, Beach Boys, which is one of the best Beach Boys albums ever. So I think, really, like I never would have guessed a million years before. He'd always think, "Oh no, I don't like them," blah blah blah. I was like, "Well, guess what I bought?"
So it comes back. Yeah.
Yep.
It all comes back around in a circle, right? Mm-hmm. But the concept for the EP in general, do you guys have a certain idea in mind, or did Justin have an idea in mind as to how or what the kind of, if there's like maybe a theme behind it or a storyline, or just like how the songs were going to be arranged?
Well, I think Justin certainly had an idea. I mean, there was, as we were writing, he would have because it would just be me and Mike playing together, him on guitar and me playing bass, and it's really hard to really do much other than maybe write and arrange a song. To a certain extent, and Justin the entire time, he wouldn't really sing all that much. He would here and there, but he would record it, what we were playing on an 8-track, and he would be listening back, and he would record that. He would start arranging the vocals as demos before we actually went into the studio to do it. So by the time we actually went into the studio, he actually had all of his demos ready to go, and he was able to just transfer that all into EMAX Studios, which is an absolute elite studio. As far as equipment and producers, and we were able to lay it down, and he did a fantastic job.
I feel like him being a drummer too, like having that background, that's probably what throws you off when he just like puts something together. You're like, but there's no beat.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
do you do this?
Yeah, and he's got great rhythm, and all that song too. We were thinking like he almost has like a hip hop type of cadence in the verse.
He loves his hip hop.
You know how nice it is as a drummer for your singer to have rhythmic cadence?
No, actually know what to do.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously, it's
Not just spouting words.
it's a
at you.
breath of fresh air.
Really, eh?
Well, I think I'm probably gonna get crap for this one, but Justin's like guilty pleasure is New Kids on the Block.
It's so true. And not to say that singers and bands I've been in before aren't rhythmic like that, but it's really noticeable with him. It sticks out a lot. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Like as much as I hate to admit it, I saw New Kids when I lived in Montreal, and I was 12. I was 12 years old, and I was with my stepsister and my stepmom at the time, and I admitted I was into it, and I made her wear this stupid T-shirt, and it said Skate Warrior on it, and it was like it was like a tie-dye mix, and I remember I was a big time geek. Nice. I was very happy at the pictures, and man, it was this was the Olympic Stadium Montreal, so this place was like jam packed, and that's not guilty pleasures, that's a guilty shame right there. but so I try to relate to Justin. There you go, and a big shout out to my might as well be my full sister Lindsay, and we enjoy that show together with my stepmom. So there you go. Mike, gonna bail me out here?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to add. I've never seen New Kids on the Block live, and that's okay. I'm happy.
I'm with you, Mike.
I suppose the thing that I wanted to ask, every time I listen to your songs, I'm always intrigued by the lyrics, and it comes back to that anthemics thing. I can't remember the name of the song, but there's a song with that bit at the end that's like, we are the war, which is, really sticks with you. But who writes the lyrics again? Is that like is it always one person, or is it collective, or is it lyrics first and then music? How does it kind of work in that way?
I think music first.
It'd be music first, and Justin would write. He writes all the lyrics, and I certainly, like, after listening to it, like, it's not as if we've ever sat down and sort of thought about the themes and went over that. I mean, we're happy with Justin's.
Yeah, the ones had to micromanage anything about it. It's just been really natural, and the song that we premiered at our last show, first time we ever played it, this swampier tune that we referred to earlier. I just remember having no idea what was going to happen with it. I was just like, I can't think of a single vocal melody. Like, I can't contribute. I can't help. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And he was just sitting there, just listening the whole time for like a couple of weeks when we were playing it, looking at us like, I don't know, guys. And then all of a sudden, he just kind of put something together. He put the actual mic up to his face and started singing when we tried it the one time, and it sounded great.
I remember that.
And it just kind of settled in, and I was like, "That's exactly what you should have done.
Yeah,
that's perfect. Yeah. Like, thank you."
We wrote that. We wrote and like we're happy finished with that song musically, like for like 3 weeks.
Really?
And then all of a sudden, like a week before the show, maybe 2 weeks before the show tops. Justin's just like, oh yeah, I have some stuff, so let's see how it goes. And then we just like, okay, cool, and busted it out, and we're like, yeah, that's the song, we're done. So yeah, I would say the last 3 or 4 songs that we've put together, we always do the music first, like top to bottom, before Justin even usually spouts a lyric.
Yeah, but he's always there for it.
Yeah, he's
and he'll tell us if something just doesn't work.
Yeah, he's like,
I don't know what I'll do with that. If he's really going to have a problem, he'll usually be vocal about it.
Well, it's still interesting though,
because
it's so interesting because everybody has their different formats of how they record a song, how they put together a song, right? And just doing all music first. I mean, that's what a lot of people think would become naturally, but not necessarily, right? And just the fact that Justin waits till the last minute kind of throw his lyrics in, but the fact he's listening, I mean, that's a cool way to do it, because I mean, there's a lot of other bands where they kind of throw everything in all at once, or they'll do all the music up front, but then they'll battle for months to try to put the lyrics to, because they've got a lot of different lyrics, but it's a question of finding what fits the beat and tempo and that sort of thing in the song.
Yeah. No, and then as far as the lyrical content itself, I mean, after listening to the EP now for a while, since last summer, I mean, I definitely hear lyrical themes there that Justin he brings forward. I don't think I'm able to specifically comment on
right.
it. But,
no, fair enough.
But he definitely has an idea of what he's trying to say through the music with the lyrics, and I think there's a lot of ambiguity, but then there's a lot of very universal themes there.
Right. Well, the same thing too is, I mean, not all the time it's done purposely. A lot of times it just kind of happens that way. It's like almost like a happy accident, right? So a lot of bands will say, well, no, we did this album together, but initially it was supposed to sound like this, but just kind of turned this way, and there had anything behind it that wasn't intentional, but that's the way it's there. That's the way it's set up.
Yeah.
The song will evolve in the studio naturally. Ryan and I weren't there for the recording of that first EP, but having spent some time in the studio, so I know that when you go in there with the song, what you usually come out with isn't exactly the same as when you go in. Yep. And I think Grady probably had a big hand in guiding Justin a little bit when it came to actually laying down some of it as well.
Now, doing some of these songs, I mean, I'm sure some of them will take a few takes to get done. Does it ever get frustrating, or do you ever kind of have, let's say, like an epiphany, let's say, like halfway through a song, saying, no, wait, this is going to sound so much better, let's try this way instead?
Oh, yeah, all the time. All the time. I've stopped a song dead in the middle of a spot where I shouldn't have stopped. I know, right? It drives these guys nuts. I'll stop and I'll just be like, hold on, before we do this, go back and let's try this way. Yeah. And sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's like, never mind, sorry, I just had to get that out and hear it.
We've done songs where like we'll play something for like 3 weeks straight, and then like one weekend we're just cut the whole flipping part and save it for another song.
Yeah, we've done that.
Like it's just we can say we're happy, and then all of a sudden it's like a studio thing. Like we say we're happy with the song, and all of a sudden 1 week like Mike will play something slightly different, or like Jay, like all of us will just play something a little bit different, and we're like, hold up, maybe we should like reevaluate the whole thing. And I think like especially the most recent one, we like cut half the song out.
Really?
Because it was just better the way